What was crazy to me was when we left the meeting and decided we were gonna play, we're leaving out of the breakfast room, and right before you get to the elevators, Sterling's in the lobby right there. I bullshit you now. Standing right there like, hey guys, how are you? Are you ready to play tonight? Are you ready? I'm like, man, what the fuck is this guy doing in here? Like, that's how I knew like something was wrong with him, because I don't even think this dude know what he said was fucked up.
Well, welcome to Oakland, California, Oracle Arena, the LA Clippers and the Golden State Warriors. It's game 4.
Before the game, what happened was, nuts. Our PR guy walks in, he said, I have a crisis. And I said, you mean more than the one we have? He said, no, Donald's coming to the game. I said, pardon me? He said, Donald just landed. He's in the car with Andy Roser, and he's on his way to the game.
Game 4, the big thing I remember was Donald Sterling going to show up, because he was in San Francisco. Was he going to go and sit courtside? Like, it was wild.
I'm on a cell phone, screaming and yelling and going back and forth, and I'm just saying, you cannot hit. His seats, I know this, were right across from our bench. But there were so many things. Nothing was about the Warriors.
We collectively were not focused on that game, and really the focus was making a statement.
We honestly didn't want to represent the Clippers. We didn't want to represent that name. We wanted to represent the 14 guys on that team. That's it.
We knew we had to show that we were united as a team, but still let everyone else know we understand the magnitude of what's going on. What can we do as a team to show the country that we're with them? I don't know if it was in the locker room when I came up with it, but we came up with it at some point. When I said it and everyone was down for it, everyone went with it.
Somebody on the team told me, just make sure you're on the court for warm-ups. If you want to see what we're going to do, make sure you're on the court for the warm-ups.
Well, I'll tell you, we just watched the Clippers come on the floor. The Clippers players met at midcourt, took off their warm-up tops with the Clipper name on them. They now have T-shirts on over their uniforms, but the T-shirts are turned inside out. They're not playing for the Clipper organization today. They are playing for Doc Rivers, and they're playing for each other as a group.
It was powerful. No, it was subtle, but it was powerful. And it goes back to that, we're not playing for you. It was a fuck you.
Obviously it wasn't enough, but for us it was something to let anybody and everybody know that we weren't okay with this, and we didn't represent that, we didn't condone it, we weren't backing it, we were backing each other, and that was it.
Well, when the players had their jerseys inside out, it reminded me of John Carlos and Tommy Smith. You had this new generation of athletes saying, wait a minute, this history matters. And we stand in the tradition of people like Muhammad Ali, like Tommy Smith, like John Carlos. It brought back that what they were fighting was something that was still with us.
It's difficult to be part of something and at the same time protest against it. That's a difficult position. So I understood all the dynamics they were going through, but social injustice is bigger than basketball. It's bigger than anything in the sport at that moment.
I just want to think that it was not incumbent upon those players to really do more than they did. I mean, somebody could have been like taking the jersey, set it on fire, and be like, fuck this shit. I'm not playing until this dude is gone. But that's not their job. That's the league's job.
I was in the stands at the time. They came out and had turned their warm-ups around, and I respected them for doing that. I think they found a symbol that didn't interfere in any way with the operation of the game, that didn't change the competitive landscape in any way, but was a clear indication that something was different.
I remember walking out on the floor, and I think it was like 40 seconds left. and the buzzer was about to go start the game. I'm disheveled. I walk out. I really am. My mind's I'm messed up because I'm thinking, here he comes. He's gonna come. He's gonna show up. So I'm watching the cross, and Shelly Sterling walks in. And I was panicked. Like, one of my coaches actually asked me, "You good? You all right? You seem agitated." And I just said, "No, I'm good. We're all good. Everything's good. We're good." I did jokingly say, "But we're gonna lose by 50 tonight."
I thought going into the game there, I'm like, we either go whoop their ass or they go whoop our ass. It's not gonna be close, either way. And it wasn't.
It's a battle, Blake Griffin. Curry, again, another three-pointer. He's 4 for 4 from downtown.
Oh, we got our ass kicked game 4. We got our ass kicked game 4.
Curry keeps his dribble. Green, the extra pass. Curry from the corner. 5 for 5 from downtown.
Beat the shit out of us. Should have forfeited the game.
And an instinct and IQ. Curry for 3. It's good.
It was like they weren't even there. The Clippers were emotionless, drained. They looked like a group of guys that had been forced to sit in a room with bright white lights for the past 48 hours. They looked distracted. They looked human.
And this best-of-7 opening round playoff series is all tied at 2 games apiece.
Andy didn't show up, or Donald. Neither one of them showed up. But I was right. We got destroyed. I was right about that part.
Doc said that he takes all of the blame for the result tonight and for anything that might have distracted you or turned the game the way that it ended up. What's your response to that?
I mean, at the end of the day, Doc can't score a basket, and he can't stop Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, anybody like that. You know, I don't think anything had to do with the outcome of the game, but they beat us.
There was no way emotionally our guys could play in that game. And, you know, I was sitting in the third quarter writing notes, thinking about, I got 48 hours. That's all I was thinking. I got 48 hours. We're going to win this series. And now it was, for me, it was we need to win this series. We have to.